Hi, guys. It's your girl, Frida, and I am a literacy coach out of Brooklyn who loves all things literacy. And so today on this edition of Getting Lit, we're talking read alouds. We've started out with the foundational skills with the first sound fluency, looking at a word like bat, asking scholars what's the first sound that you hear, but we've also talked about breaking the code, looking at letter and sound connection. But today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into read alouds. Read alouds are my first love. Why? Because number one, read alouds expose scholars to what a fluent reader should look like. Read alouds also open up the door to new vocabulary and new experiences. And more so, read alouds heal the soul. Oprah's a proponent for it. She talks often about read alouds and how it can help adults, but also read alouds help children. It helps children to heal. We know that a lot of scholars came back from the pandemic with some social emotional issues. And so I love a good book because it helps them to open up, to share their feelings, and to break the alphabetic code. So in today's edition, I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how you should do a read aloud and how I often start my read alouds and the questioning and the feedback behind read alouds. This is all about the science of reading. And I want to coin this or call it bibliotherapy, healing through books. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to share my screen. And, I just truly enjoy books. My parents would read to me. I, read to my sons. We actually set up our home like a little, I call it the college cafe. And we pretty much just hang out and read books together for, 20, 30 minutes, and it's beneficial. And it has helped them to become fluent readers. And that's what I want to do for my scholars. So let's get into it. The name of this story is called A Hungry Lion of a Dwindling Assortment of Animals. And so the first thing that I love to do always is ask scholars, what genre is this, right? Oftentimes, when you ask scholars what genre, if there's an assessment, they are unable to tell you because they get stumped by the word genre. And I said, it simply means, is this fiction or nonfiction? And we know that fiction and nonfiction have different characteristics. And so clearly this is fiction, right? I see that there are some animals here. It looks, from the looks of the animals' faces, there's going to be a little personification. And personification pretty much means when animals act like humans. So do you already see the vocabulary that I'm throwing out there? I also noticed, scholars, in this title, it says assortment. What do you think that means? And we'll give them some processing time. And then if they don't know, I'll jump in and I'll say, well, assortment means different types of things. I want to build background knowledge. They might say, well, what do you mean different types of things? Well, for all you old school heads out there, during Thanksgiving or Christmas, if you remember, your grandmother would have like this blue tin can of cookies, and there were all different types of cookies in the can. Well, that's an assortment. Lots of different colors or sizes or textures or tastes. And I'm like, how does that connect to this book, to the cover of the book? Well, there's all different types of animals here. There's an assortment. Can you name a few? Yep, you're right. There's some lions, and I see a penguin and a turtle and a pig. And so we'll just start building on that conversation about the book cover and about the vocabulary word assortment. So now we're not getting tripped up. So let's keep going. And so now here, and I'm just going to move this down, just making the connection, right? Good readers make predictions, or I like to say critical thinkers, good readers make predictions to what they think is going to happen in the story in the beginning. As they're continuing to read, I'm revising. Another word for revising might be changing my thinking as I go along. I'm looking at the pictures, but more so I'm focusing on the words. I'm using my tapping strategies to help me to understand what this story is about and how it's changing. Let's keep going. And so, what's my thinking job? My brain needs a job as I am reading. So, because this is fiction, I am focusing on the characters, the problem, if there's one, the solution, and the lesson learned. And not just any lesson, but what lesson am I learning from the story that will change my life or have an impact or help me to change somebody else's life? So, let's get into it. Once upon a time, there was a hungry lion, a penguin, a turtle, and a little calico kitten, a brown mouse, a bunny with floppy ears, a bunny with unfloppy ears. Oh, so it means that his ears must have been drooping or down. A frog, a bat, a pig, a slightly bigger pig. So we're talking about size here. A woolly sheep, a koala, and also a hen. So while there are tons of different animals so far in this story, I'm going to keep on going. Hold on. Once upon a time, there was a hungry lion, a penguin, a turtle, a brown mouse, those two rabbits, one with ears that flopped, one with ears that did not, a frog, a bat, a regular sized pig, and a koala. Interesting. So the author is choosing to repeat who these characters are. I'm wondering why. I'm doing a think aloud. Wait a second. It seems there was just a hungry lion, a turtle, only the floppy eared rabbit, a frog, a bat, a pig, and apparently no one else. Wait a second. Something happened. Something changed. At first, in the beginning, there was an assortment of animals, but now there's just a few. Can you make a prediction? What do you think happened? What do you think's going on? I have a feeling what happened, but I'm not going to share it yet. Let's keep reading and let's see if what you predicted actually came true. Uh-oh. Hello there. Excuse me. Surprise! Oh my gosh, what happened? I know it's a surprise because I'm looking at the lion's face. His eyes widened, which means he's a little confused. So when your eyes widen, you can either be confused or surprised. And I see those animals that were missing, they're all now there with a birthday cake. Something is going on. And I want to share what I predicted. I thought that the lion had eaten those animals, but now I want to revise. Remember, we learned that word? I want to change my thinking. I'm wondering if the animals were setting up a surprise because it's the lion's. Can somebody help me out? Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's the lion's birthday, and those are his friends, and they wanted to surprise him. Let's keep reading to find out. And wait, something just happened. I saw all the characters. I thought the problem was that the lion had eaten them, but now we changed our thinking. But now I'm looking right here. The lion has his paw on the light. What do you think he's going to do? Turn the light off? Let's see. Let's keep reading. Anytime, and I noticed that the author wrote and dot, dot, dot. But what does that and dot, dot, dot mean? It might be a change in the story. Let's read to find out. A less hungry lion. Oh my gosh, what did this lion do? Something just changed here. Houston, we have a problem. There were so many, what was that word again? Assortment, yes. There was an assortment of animals, but now there are none. I think I see one right there with a birthday hat, and it's the birthday cake. What's going on? I think I'm changing my thinking again. Critical thinkers will go on this roller coaster of emotions and thought process as they're reading. That's what we're doing right now. We're changing our thinking because new events, new things keep popping up. I want to know what happened. Well, look who's arrived fashionably late, a really ravenous T-Rex. Uh-oh, vocabulary, ding, ding, ding. Ravenous means really, really hungry. That T-Rex is there. The lion is looking up at him. It looks like the lion is a little spooked, a little surprised, like, what's this guy doing here? Uh-oh, let's keep going. Once upon a time, there was just a hungry little turtle and a very large cake. Oh my gosh, guys, what just happened? Let's rewind. So in the beginning, we saw there was an assortment of characters, but then some of the characters disappeared. We predicted that the lion had eaten them, but then we saw that the characters had gotten together to surprise the lion. I'm so excited, I'm stuttering, for his birthday. But then the lion turned off the light. And the lions were gone. And we realized that the lion had eaten those animals. But then guess what? The hungry T-Rex came and he ate the lion. So there were two problems in the story. The first problem was that the lion was sneaky and he ate the animals. But then the second problem was that the T-Rex ate the lion. And so was the problem solved? Well, we have one animal left, the turtle. And so what lesson can we learn? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Because how you treat people sets the tone for how people will treat you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to stop sharing. And so guys, that's some of the ways that I would engage my scholars in a read aloud. There was so many roller coaster moments. What was your favorite moment? We were able to heal scholars through that book, Bibliotherapy. They were able to not only learn new vocabulary like ravenous, not only were they able to see the sneakiness of the lion, but they were also able to learn a very important lesson, that how we treat people matters, right? Maya Angelou said that people will not remember what you said to them per se, but they will remember how you made them feel. And so these are the lessons learned. This is why read alouds are so powerful. This is why bibliotherapy is lit. I hope you enjoyed this journey. I know I did. I'm smiling. I'm excited of lit through read alouds. We're going to continue this series, and I have something amazing coming for you very, very soon. So hold tight. I'll see you next time with a book and Fluent, of course. Bye, guys.